We hear so many messages about the Earth, but what if we could actually hear a message from the Earth? In this explainer, we're going to do just that. We're going to explore a really unique text that imagines her voice and what it tells us about our place in the world.
Seriously, just think about it for a second. If the Earth could talk, what would it say? Would its voice be gentle, angry, tired? It's a pretty powerful idea, right? And it's the exact question that's at the heart of what we're digging into today.
So, our guide on this little thought experiment is a short, poetic piece by Angel Terra called Mother Earth. We're going to use her words to kind of build a character, understand a relationship, and maybe, just maybe, see our own role in a totally new light. Okay, first up, a voice from Earth. Let's really get to know this character by hearing what she has to say for herself.
Wow, okay. Right off the bat, she is not messing around. She's establishing her fundamental role. This isn't just about pretty landscapes, it's about our literal survival. She's positioning herself as the foundation of everything, the absolute non-negotiable bedrock of our existence. And then, listen to this. The tone completely shifts. She goes from being the provider of survival to this source of comfort, of peace. The imagery is so intimate, so personal, like a parent's lap. It just adds this whole new layer of tenderness to her identity.
And here it is, the final piece of the portrait. She's not just a physical provider or a place of comfort, she's an emotional support system. She absorbs our worries. So in just 3 short lines, we meet this incredible character who is a life giver, a comforter, and a confidant.
So, Section 2, the nurturing provider. Now that we have a sense of who she is, let's explore what, or maybe who, she protects.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The text gives a very specific definition of her role. She's a mother, sure, but her kids, they aren't us. Her children are the classical elements themselves: water, air, fire, and even space. This completely reframes things, doesn't it? She's not just our planet, she's the caretaker of the very building blocks of reality.
Just look at that list: water, air, fire, and space. By personifying these as her children, the text creates this incredibly deep familial bond. It suggests this powerful protective instinct over the fundamental forces of our world.
So, this whole relationship, it brings us to the absolute heart of her message. If she provides all of this for us, what does she ask for in return? Well, the source frames it as a very simple, very direct bargain.
And there it is, so simple. Take care of me to take care of you. The crucial thing to grasp here is that this is not a one-way street. It's a reciprocal relationship. Our well-being is directly, completely tied to hers. Her taking care of us is conditional on us taking care of her.
And get this, the rewards for holding up our end of the deal, they are immense. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. She promises us the chance to explore, to enjoy, and to gain love, knowledge, technology. That's fascinating, right? The text presents these peaks of human achievement not as something we conquered from nature, but as a gift from her, a direct reward for our care.
But you know how it is. With every great promise, there's usually a warning. What happens if we don't hold up our end of the bargain? This is where the text tone shifts, and it gets very, very clear.
I mean, look at this. The contrast could not be more stark. It's a fork in the road. Respect leads to growth. Disrespect, well, that leads to a consequence that's just as direct and powerful. The source boils our entire complex relationship with the planet down to this one single choice. Let's just let that sink in for a second. Wait for the earthquake, then. It's said so calmly, like a fact. It's not an angry threat. It's presented as a pure consequence, a law of nature, just as certain as gravity. The simplicity of it is what makes it so incredibly chilling.
Okay, so faced with that incredible promise and that stark warning, the final part of her message brings it all back to us. It emphasizes our power, our agency. This is the bottom line. Your life is in your hand. After she's laid out who she is and what the terms of the deal are, this is the ultimate takeaway. She's not a tyrant, and we are not helpless. The outcome, good or bad, is a direct result of the choices we make. She's handing us the controls. And it's so important to remember that her ultimate goal here is positive. It's to protect you, to nurture you, to let you enjoy life. She actually wants us to succeed. Her purpose isn't to punish, it's to provide the conditions for us to add success stories to our lives. That warning, it's just a function of the system.
And so this text from Angel Tara leaves us with this final, really powerful question. If our lives are in our hands, and the earth is literally there to help us succeed, what success story will you add? What does a success story even look like inside of this bargain? And that's the thought we're left with. Thanks for joining me on this one.